LAPD just released this video of a street takeover turned into a looting scene at a 7-Eleven in South Los Angeles. Which is odd because I was told people only loot bread for their families, but this bread looks a lot like lotto scratchers. Now this sweet summer child is wondering why LAPD won't use cell phone data to identify the looters. But as we know in Los Angeles, you can be on probation for another crime, purposely run over a mother and her baby in a stolen vehicle, and you'll just get probation. But back to the official story from LAPD Online. They stated the group took over the street, blocking an entire intersection to do donuts, but then decided to raid the 7-Eleven, taking snacks, cigarettes, lotto tickets, and throw stuff at the workers. Which shows the new trend this week in LA is where street takeovers turn into looting incidents. And it's sad because street takeovers have become so prevalent, our new $588 million taxpayer bridge had to be shut down because too many takeovers. Not to mention mass looting has just become so commonplace, it's almost like being a law-abiding citizen in Los Angeles makes you a sucker at this point. Because even LAPD detectives admit they have no control over the city.
So right now, you can literally go out, do whatever you want, commit crimes, and you'll be out faster than the officers can finish the report. We're telling people don't visit because we don't think we can keep you safe right now. Los Angeles is like the movie Purge, but instead of 24 hours to commit your crime, they have 365 days.
So how does Los Angeles fix this? We have to change the way we prosecute criminals. And that starts with recalling former San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon. But no, it failed, as they rejected 30% of all recall signatures, which is basically the exact amount of signatures needed to make the recall fail. Now it's very interesting to see how carefully we verify voters according to party. Now I understand, recall signatures and ballots are very different, but it's curious to see how Starbucks wants to stop mail-in union votes just after Jeff Bezos owned Amazon wanted the same thing for their union votes. So what's good enough for this isn't secure enough for baristas and box folders. Because apparently the voters want more of this. San Francisco residents catch someone stealing catalytic converters only to have San Francisco PD cut them loose because he's already on probation, which goes to show their very own mentality is backfiring on them. They were cool with Louis Vuitton being looted because the bags only belong to a corporation, but somehow they're confused when San Francisco has now greenlit their property too. It's almost like they don't understand. Letting crime run rampant in your city isn't punishing corporations for being so successful that people are willing to give their money for their product. You're just empowering criminals to have zero fear of repercussions for their crimes. As we see in New York City, stealing thousands of dollars of merchandise is just a casual activity you can get away with right in front of security guards, which turns their criminal justice system into a joke where people can get knocked into a coma and the criminal will get let go with zero bail. But back to California Governor Gavin Newsom, how is he spending his time during our crime wave? Still obsessing over Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis, like the jealous ex-girlfriend that just can't quite get over the captain of the football team. DeSantis is just serving the Florida residents just the way they want, which is hilarious because a lot of those Florida residents are former California residents. But no, here is Newsom spending $5 billion of our tax dollars on mental health for kids, after he caused their issues in the first place. Yeah, Newsom, we all remember how you shut down in-person learning even though you knew all the problems it was causing for those students. And of course you didn't care, because your kids were still in-person learning safely in private schools and camps. But no, his followers are just fawning over the fact that he's going to give some kids free lunches. And me, as a product of California public schools, I can assure you this disgusting 15-cent public school lunch cost the taxpayers something like $15 that some lucky family member got to enjoy most of that kickback. But no, California gets to celebrate the fact that we need to use 25% less water and bake in the heat all day. Not to mention in the coming years, the Democrats also want us to get rid of our gas vehicles in exchange for all electric. Because with the current 1% of electric vehicles on the road right now, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of electricity for everybody to charge their cars all day, every day. Just look at Italy. Their green efforts have turned electricity to be 770% more expensive. So only rich people, like our leaders, will be able to afford luxuries like traveling. Because we all saw scenes like this, where dirty peasant activities like skateboarding got shut down, but I didn't see a single French Laundry, Newsom-owned winery, or anything that rich people enjoy get sand bulldozed into them. So not to take shots, but I saw other people covering that same 7-Eleven incident today, and it took them something like 5 minutes to actually get to the subject. So if you appreciate my concise, no BS commentary on current events, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you can help us get to 90,000 ducks. Or if nothing else, you can check out my video on what's really going on with crime in Los Angeles before it gets memory holed forever.